Okay, so welcome back to lecture once again, guys. Now, in this lecture, I'm going to teach you that how programmatically I will be able to upload something inside my data lake, right? So here to do that, let me explain you something before. So here, let's suppose this is my account, right? Storage account. And if you'll come inside the security plus networking tab, you will be able to see an option called as access key. Now click on this access key and it is giving you two access key. You can try to set a rule by which you will be able to rotate these keys. That's completely fine. But anyone and everyone will be having this access key 1 or key 2, anything, right? On connection string. So anyone and everyone will be able to, access your entire resource. So entire storage account. But so inside my storage account, I have a container, right? I have a hierarchy. I have a folder structure. So I don't want to give an access to, everything that I have. So I just wanted to give an access of this test one container, right? Not the entire storage account. So how I can do that? So this is where this shared access token comes into a picture. So which is going to give you a shared access signature. And you can try to set your own rule that, okay, so with this key or with this one, user will be able to do only this much of task. For example, so let's suppose I just wanted to give a test one access, write access to some user. So how I can do that? So here, signature signing key one, let's suppose I'm trying to choose access policy, leave it as it is, permission. So here I can come and here I can try to select the permission. So maybe I'm giving a write permission to some user, add permission to some user. It's completely fine. I can try to even, uh, set a start and expiry date for this particular key, and then I can try to maybe add an IP address over here. HTTPS and HTTP both will be allowed, and then I can just click so generate a SAS token and URL. Now here, so it is going to generate a SAS token and URL for this test one for you. Yeah, and you just need this URL because inside this URL you will be able to see that SAS token is already given. So here SAS token is already available. So just try to copy this URL and just try to open up like your Python, anywhere. So just try to open up your Python or something, right? And then just you have to do one thing, paste this URL. So this is my URL, right? Which is having my access token as well as which is having the URL. So URL you have to copy in a very first place. So this is the URL. Yeah, this is the account URL. Now replace this one with this account URL. Yeah, container name. So in which container you would like to upload the data? So test one. So test one is also there, right? And then your SAS token. So your SAS token starts from here, this SP, and goes till last, right? So just try to copy, or maybe independently you can try to copy the SAS token. That's up to you, your wish, basically. So just try to copy this SAS token from there, or maybe from here. You can try to copy the SAS token. It's available even inside the URL. My bad. Okay. So here you can come and then you can try to replace this SAS token. Very, very simple, right? SAS token. So SAS token is fine. Account URL is fine. Container name is fine. Now, what file you would like to store? So basically, I would like to store this CSV file, which is available in my local, or maybe one, two, or maybe multiple files. So fine, file name is there. Now, so I'm going to create the complete string. So account URL plus container name plus blob name plus SAS token. Technically, the above URL, right? Technically, the above URL. Now, once you have this URL, just try to replace it with your URL, right? Then you have to call what? So you have to basically create a blob client object. So how? Blob client dot from blob URL, and just try to pass this URL that you have created so that you will be able to connect. And then it's very simple. Upload inside the blob. So client dot upload. Which file? So this file I'm trying to read from my local system, and then I'm trying to upload it. If there is an override is equal to true. So if there is existing file, so it will try to override it. As simple as that. So this is something that you have to do, and let me show you that part. So let me upload this file, by the way. So I already have a file, same file I have uploaded for testing purpose. So let me delete that file first. So here overview, and this one I am going to delete this particular file. Yeah, so there is no student.csv file, as you can see over here, right? Now what I will do, I'll just try to execute it. So let's execute. And before that, so you have to do an installation. So pip install Azure storage blob. So if this is not installed, then your Python is going to give you the issue. So after doing pip, just try to execute this. And if all is going to be well, so in that case, file uploaded successfully, blob URL, it is going to give you. So whatever print that I have done. Now I can go over here and I can try to refresh it, and I can try to check it. As you can see, so yeah, this file is available and this file I'm able to upload it. Very, very simple, but an interesting one. And in this way, you will be able to upload anything and everything that you want. And this is something called as shared access token, and this is something called as SAS with the help of like a shared access signature. So I'm able to upload it. And yeah, so I'm not giving a complete access of my account. So basically I'm giving a particular directory access or like a particular container access or particular folder access to my user. So this is what you will be able to manage and control. So with that, thank you so much everyone. Take care.